leading families to seek God's truth in everyday life, leading families to seek God's truth in everyday life.
Never gets old, does it?
No.
You like
It's
that?
a fantastic intro.
It's like the moment I made that. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. It's so good. It's all right. So, welcome to another edition of Centurion Life, where we're always leading families to seek God's truth in everyday life. I'm your host, Mario Guadarrama Jr., and as always, with me is my beautiful wife.
Brittany Guadarrama.
Yes, love you, sweetie.
Love you.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, it's been a minute since we have been on this thing.
It has.
Okay. So, for the record, before we do anything else, we ask for forgiveness. We got caught up in life and our season just like literally, it's like when somebody hit the turbo button.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, God did. Okay.
Right.
God hit the turbo button on us. I mean, in every way. So, just to get you guys up to date on what we're doing, I'll let you go first. What is God doing in your life where it was just like, bam?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
He told me that I was going to go back to school.
Yeah.
And so our home church has a Bible college that they operate, and God was like, you're going to do this. And you're going to, keep your full-time job. So I'm full-time student, full-time working mom.
Yeah.
With a son in middle school. So juggling all the things, being wife. Yeah. And then your schedule.
Well, hold up.
Okay.
Tell the folks, first and foremost, okay? You felt the push.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But we decided, okay, we wanted to push that into the distant, right?
Right.
Okay. We wanted to wait. Let's wait till next year.
Right. Exactly.
And God's like, oh no, wait a minute.
Right.
Hold up.
Right.
I said.
Right.
Right. I said.
Yes.
You need to go to Bible college.
Right.
Now.
Right.
And the wonderful thing about how God works is that He provides a way.
Absolutely.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so through your real estate, you got in on a couple really good deals, and that paved the way for not only to get into the Bible college, okay? I work for the church. There's a discount.
Yeah.
And it was paid. We were able to pay off the whole first year.
Yeah.
Okay, in full.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, right?
It was miraculous. He like parted all of the waters that it would potentially be barriers. He just like broke all of them down. He made it absolutely not a burden to, not a single speed bump on the path to attend, be a student, and enroll at this particular Bible college. He just like, he was like, this is what I want to do in your life. Now is when I want you to go. And just in case any speed bumps would deter you from doing what I have called you to do, I'm going to take care of all of it.
And then here you are.
And I just had to be like, okay, I don't understand. I feel like I'm a little old to be going to school because I'm not 19 or 17. Gosh, there's some 17-year-olds in there. And
okay, what's the oldest person in there though? That's the question.
oh, I want to say they're in their 60s.
Okay, so you have a very wide range of
Right.
people in Bible college.
Right.
So when God gives you the push,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to take the step.
It's true.
Okay. You're never too old. Never too old. So that's on your side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so on my side, first and foremost, I still got the counseling going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At Centurion Life. But then the church that I work for as a sound engineer, they requested, hey, can you give us any more hours?
You
And
said gladly.
And I was like, okay, well, yeah, I love doing sound. I really do. I really do. And so here I am pushing way past 32 hours, doing counseling, taking on, you know, every aspect of, you know, what that, engulfs me in.
Yeah.
And then school starts and Victor, our son.
For not just Victor, but me as well. So whenever we say school starts, it's like everybody.
Yeah, everybody starts.
Everybody starts.
So Victor,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how did he come at us? I just remember he came up and he was like, hey, I kind of want to do some basketball. And of course that warms my heart because
Right.
I'm a big sports guy. And when he was like, I want to do basketball. So I was like, boom. I think it was that very weekend. I took him to the outlet mall and I bought him shoes. I bought him socks. We got him a bag. I mean, we just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And because I was just gung ho for it.
Right.
So, but then it speeds up. So you fast forward into this, school year and we get the email, we sign them up,
Mm-hmm.
pay for the uniform.
Right.
And then I get the email.
The email.
The email. And the email just simply said, hey, your son is on team white
Mm-hmm.
For the school.
Mm-hmm.
However, we don't have a coach for you.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, man. Well,
Whatever are we going to do?
yeah, what's the school going to do?
Yeah.
And as the week went on,
Mm-hmm.
I email the elementary athletic director.
Right.
And she was like, hey, great. Yeah, come on in. So I'm like, okay. So
You should have known.
So I go in
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, hey, I'm just curious what happens with the teams that don't have a coach. And she looked at me very boldly and she was like, puts her pen down. She goes, well, they don't play and we refund all of the parents their money. And I was just like, oh, no, because I really want my son to play.
Right. And he's been
And I'm
wanting
like, well,
to play for
I
a
said,
minute.
I'm open. So can you please explain? And I kid you not, she just simply grabbed the piece of paper that was over here, grabbed the pen. She goes, hey, that's great. Why don't you go ahead and sign right there? And I was just like, what is this? And she goes, it's the head coach. And I'm like, but I have questions. And she goes, that's great. Go ahead and sign.
We'll
ahead and
fill you
sign.
in after.
And I'm like, isn't there anybody else that has answered to the emails? And she goes, honey, I just prayed that somebody would walk in and take the job. And here you are.
An answer to my prayer.
Yes. And so I walked in with questions and I walked out being the head coach of 6th grade boys basketball. So here we are,
Mm-hmm.
counseling,
Mm-hmm.
almost to the max in hours with the church. And now I have practice and games.
Yep.
So we have been in full turbo mode when it comes to our life seasons. So that is the reason,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't mean that's an excuse. So again, we apologize from the bottom of our hearts, ask forgiveness, because we are determined to continue with this podcast, and
Mm-hmm.
rightfully so, that's where we're at. So Victor is staying the night at a friend's house tonight that we trust, and my wife came home and she's like, okay, listen, full where if I cook dinner, we're gonna eat the dinner, we're gonna sit on the couch, and we're gonna just kind of melt away. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, in my mind, I was just like, that sounds really good.
I
That
actually
sounds
wouldn't
really
mind a
good.
melt session.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind just melting and just waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning on the couch going, oh, you know,
Where am I?
yeah. But to my wife's testament, she made dinner. We watched a little bit of Golden Bachelorette.
Trash TV.
Hey, they're trying to find love. I'm not saying that's the best way, but anyways,
Right.
got to have God in it. So we watched one episode. My wife turned off the TV and she was like, go get the podcast ready. So I was like, my God, here we are. So,
It was going to be a non-negotiable today.
yeah, non-negotiable. I mean, our schedules are so tight that we just have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no time to say, no.
We'll do it later.
Yeah, we'll do it later. No, there is no later.
There
It's just
literally
like we got to
is
get
no
it done.
later.
So
That's fine.
tight schedules all the way around. And guess what? We're going to be very proactive in doing every aspect of what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't want to do homework. Guess what? You're staying up till 9, 10 o'clock.
Too bad.
Doing your little essays and everything.
Too bad.
Yeah. So here we are. So you ready to dive into this?
Yes.
Okay. So tonight's episode is called Finances.
We're going to talk about money.
Money. Talking about money. The one thing that most people don't want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing where so many people, okay, not clumping everybody together, okay, but I can testify for myself that finances was not taught in my upbringing. Okay, my mom and dad were horrible. We were on welfare all of our lives. My mama sent me to the store all the time with the little. Hey, I'm gonna show my age here. Okay, this is back
Sure.
when there was no EBT card for food stamps.
It wasn't like a debit card.
No, there wasn't even that.
Right.
Okay, it's not on the debit card like it is now. It was truly paperback. Okay, it was actual food stamp books. Okay, there was ones, there was fives, there was tens, and there was 25s, 50s, and 100s. Okay, it kind of looked like
Like a coupon book?
like Monopoly money.
Oh.
Okay, that dog, I'm gonna
I
kick him
know.
in the
Sorry,
rear.
guys.
Yeah,
Our dog.
dog's outside just having a fit. So, anyway, so we had these booklets, and this was back, and it was no big deal. Mama would be like, "I need some milk. I need some sugar. I need some eggs. Here you go. Give me a $10 bill." And I walked my happy butt down to the grocery store, went and got my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Might have got a candy bar or two. And
I mean, that was in it. That's why you were doing it.
well, she didn't know.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Mama, forgive me. But hey, rest assured, that candy bar was gone. Okay,
Immediately.
it was gone before I got home. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Immediately.
Anyway, that was life. Okay, that was life.
Mm-hmm.
And that lasted all the way till the day I left home.
Mm-hmm.
So finances was not a thing that was taught. Finances was something I saw in a very horrible fashion. Always paycheck to paycheck. Never even had a savings account. There was nothing in that nature to even give me an inkling of, hey, this is what you have to do later on to succeed in life and everything. So, yeah. How was it on your side?
Let me say it this way. It wasn't blatantly taught. It wasn't like, this is what you do. This is step-by-step process. But I saw my mom be very smart with money.
Okay.
Because of her profession, because she does work at a financial institution.
Okay. So you saw her sit down at a desk, going through the numbers, doing her thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Knowing.
Okay. So at least you had the knowing that you need to sit down at a table and,
Right.
and process the numbers.
Budget.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't even know what that was.
This is how much we can spend here. This
Right.
is how much we can spend there.
So I got married when I was real young, my first marriage, okay? And I ruined us, okay? I'm not saying that was part of the process why we ended up in a divorce, okay? I'm not going to say anything more about that because I have talked about it in the past, and I just don't want to, continuously bring up that topic. So the divorce, I got a divorce, and going through that process of being in a lonely season with God, turning back to Him, never thinking I was going to get remarried, and then boom, here I found Brittany. And so it's funny because in the beginning of our marriage, hey, guess who thought he was manly enough to take care of the finances? Guess who failed miserably at the finances? So I love my wife for what you did in that season. Okay, I really do, because you gave me the opportunity. You were patient. I believe it was like year 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay, year 3. And knowing that you saw how badly I was doing, okay, you started to ask questions. I'm fumbling at trying not to show you things of nature, okay? Go ahead.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I think I remember this conversation because you came to me and you said, I am not good with finances, and this is how I know that I'm not good with finances, or that finances is like an area that I need to improve on, because you spent, I think, like $15 on like a Nike swim goggles. And you were like, we don't ever go swimming. I don't know why I bought this.
Yeah,
I think I just bought it because it was Nike.
Yeah.
And
it was Nike and it was a deal.
And it was on sale.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you take it over.
So I was like, I need you to take over. And my wife was like, okay. Okay, I think I can do this. I've never done it.
Right.
And let me tell you, the first thing she did was dig in my wallet, and she went snip, snip, snip at all my credit cards that I had.
And I think that that's crazy to me. That I had that much gut intuition or I don't know if it's Holy Spirit prompting, gifting, I don't know what it was, but it was like, or wisdom, okay, like, let's not do this.
Right.
Let's go in this other direction.
Right.
And personally, on my side, I think it's a generational blessing that has come through my family. Because on some level, I'm not everybody, but a large majority of my family is like semi-smart with finances.
Right.
So I had enough know about to be like, okay, this is bad.
Yeah.
Let's fix this area.
And you literally took my credit score from something that was horrid, up into the 700s. And I was in awe. Okay. And we really had to come to grips with how are we going to do things, and so I started looking things up, but, it's about, okay, well, what does God say about this? Something I never did, not even in my first marriage. And I was like, what do we need to do? Right. And one of them, it's a core principle in a marriage, especially if you have Christ at the center, is that you need to be one in all things.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So you do things as one when you fight the enemy. You do things as one when you problem solve. You do things as one in finances.
And can we help the people? Whenever you mean as one, do we have separate checking accounts?
Okay. So I'm glad you brought this up. Okay. Because when you're being as one, that means there are no secrets.
Right.
There is no an individual. There is a side path, okay, that you do. So all things are transparent. All things are revealed. All things are to be done as one, okay?
Right.
So simply put, no. There should not be separate checking accounts. Your money's your money and my money's my money, okay? No, that doesn't. No, that's not Bible. That's not being as one in in your finances, because then that gives room for the enemy to sneak in when you want to be a little sneaky about something,
Right.
okay, or you want to be selfish about something,
Yeah.
knowing that we need to take care of this financial thing,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, well,
I want this.
yeah, or he doesn't know that I've been stashing money away,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm going to go ahead and get this because he thinks I still have this amount here,
Right.
and I'm going to spend this amount here and go ahead and get it.
You know what that's called?
Say it.
Financial infidelity.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's called lying.
You are allowing the enemy to deceive your partner. You're allowing manipulation to take place within that form of finances for personal gain, for selfishness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's just not the way to operate. Okay, when that happens, that just gives room for the enemy to plant more and more and more destruction within the relationship.
Right.
Okay, because the moment we start having individual paths on finances,
Yeah.
that gives room and possible other doors opening
Yeah, for sure.
for an individual path, for selfishness, for you to take your own endeavor. And that's not, and according to God, that's not the way you should be doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So now, does the Bible clearly state that you can't have separate checking account? No. Okay? But what we can say is that you need to be as one with how you process things.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So here's the simple thing when it comes to us, for example.
Mm-hmm.
We have a joint checking.
Yep.
Okay? We have separate checking accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a joint savings.
Right.
Okay? And then on the business side of things, it's just we have general account.
Mm-hmm.
We have a payroll account.
Mm-hmm.
We have a spending account. And then we have a savings account. My wife is on all aspect of it.
Right.
And the bottom line is, even though we have separate checking accounts, I'll tell you why we have that in a minute. But my wife is on all things.
Mm-hmm.
You're on everything.
Yeah, I have access and passwords to everything.
Everything. Nothing is not in secret. Everything is always seen.
And I have cards to everything too.
Correct. So now the reason why we have separate checking accounts is simply this. In every relationship, there is a saver
Mm-hmm.
and then there is a spender.
Yeah.
On rare occasions, you'll get two savers. On other rare
That would be
occasions,
nice.
on other rare occasions, you'll get two spenders. Lord help them.
Yeah.
But in our case, I'm the spender. My wife is the saver. So
Yep.
she has to keep tabs on me. And therefore, what money I'm allowed, money for lunch, money to be extra in, she'll put money in there when it comes to Mother's Day or her birthday or anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
just so she doesn't see right away what I'm getting.
Right.
That's what that's for.
Right. And whenever you say allowed, it's like, obviously I'm not like lording money over you.
No, you're not.
You have access. I have access. It's a joint thing.
Right.
It's sharing what we have
Exactly.
with one another.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I'm in charge. And even though Mario has said, oh, she's, the one that's, mainly over it. It's like, if he has something that he wants, or if he's brought up like, hey, this is a situation that needs our attention or whatever, of course I'm going to listen to the other, you.
Right.
Because this is a partnership. This isn't like, oh, I have all the credit cards, I have all the debit cards, I'm in control, I have all of the power. If you turn money into a power struggle in your relationship, to gain control over the other person, that's not good.
No.
And we'll
And
be
that
praying for you.
causes division. That's division. And that's giving the enemy the room
Right.
that he needs to go ahead and give and to give further destruction.
Right. Exactly.
So you got to be as one when it comes to finances.
For sure.
And you have to just be honest with yourselves in the situation like ours. I'm a spender. I tried it for 3 years and I failed. Now, does that mean I'm forever never to do again finances and be in charge? No. That is an area that I do need to grow in. That is an area that I will grow in.
Mhm.
Okay. And I have done so. All right.
Yeah.
But the bigger picture is we both agree on this. We are as one
Yes.
in going, okay, Brittany's the better financial person. So you are going to be doing the financial
Mm-hmm.
things. We have discussions about what needs to be spent. We have discussions what needs to be what the wants versus the needs.
Right.
And even more so, we've hunkered down this November where you brought it up and you're like, oh, hey, Christmas is around the corner
Mm-hmm.
and I want to do a no spend November. And I was like, oh, yeah, hey, yeah, that's great. That is great.
Oh,
That sounds
yeah.
awesome. But then I realized, oh, that means no Monster drinks. That's no
Yeah.
stopping at the gas station to get, a bag of chips or a burrito or something, or the taco truck, or going out to eat lunch with the guys at church.
Right. And it's not like taking your car through the car wash. Like we just had to wash our cars in the
Tonight.
driveway
Tonight, yeah.
because we were like, oh, we don't want to spend $12
Nope.
going through the car wash for both cars.
And here's the ironic part. We have everything we need. I actually have car wash soap.
Right.
Okay. Not just Dawn or something. It's car wash soap.
Right. Right.
Okay. I have a extended pole brush.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have a specific nozzle that allows it to be full jet or a nice mist to wash the car. I have all of the specialty towels that are, microfiber. I got the glass cleaner. I got the wheel cleaners. I got the chrome buffer. I mean, I have it all. So why are we going to the car wash in the first place?
Honestly, like for me, it was like out of convenience.
Yes.
Um.
Now,
I
tell
didn't-
them
Okay. Mm-hmm.
over the past couple months, okay, what is the average our family's been spending out, any and all things?
Oh boy,
Yeah. It's a big wake up call. And
it's embarrassing.
it was a little embarrassing because we got relaxed.
Yeah.
We did. We got relaxed with
Yeah.
our finances. Hey, things are going well. Money's coming in,
Two
and,
incomes.
and so it's like, bam. When you threw that number out at me, I was in shock.
Yeah.
So,
I want to vomit
Yeah.
right now.
so tell the folks, what were we spending a month?
Oh.
Picking up anything, snacks, treats, eating dinner. I don't want to cook. Don't got time to cook.
Yeah.
It's late.
Right.
That looks yummy. All of it.
Oh man.
This is not gas for the
This
cars. This is strictly being, we don't want to do anything else. Let's go get it. Tell
I
them.
don't want to say it.
Tell
It's
'em.
so embarrassing.
Tell them.
Okay. For a family of 3, I think last time I totaled it up, it was over $1,400
There you go.
per month.
$1,400 of wasteful spending. I'm going to say it.
It
Wasteful.
was disgusting.
Eating out, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Getting off of, jiu-jitsu practice. Oh, let's go pick something up. Getting late in from
Yeah.
church. Oh, let's don't eat the leftovers. Let's get something on the way home.
Yeah.
In the afternoon when we should go home to go eat lunch, we stay in town and
Mm-hmm.
we go out and buy something to eat. Or, hey,
Yeah.
I'm at the church. Brittany's getting out of Bible college for lunch. And guess what? Hey, sweetie, how you doing?
Let's go on a date.
You want to go on a lunch date?
Do you want to go on a lunch date?
Oh, yes, I do.
And I was We were a sucker every time.
Yes. Yes. So there you have it, folks. It's
Yeah.
amazing when you look it up and you start looking at the numbers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if this is just a family of 3, I can imagine what a family of 4, family of 5, or,
Right.
or even those people that have no kids and it's just them.
Mm-hmm.
Do they really want to cook tonight? No, we're just us. It's just us. We're growing in our marriage. Let's go get something extravagant.
And one thing that I want to add is, even though that number is so embarrassing and I am ashamed to share that number, you have to look at your bank statement if you're ever going to change anything.
Yeah.
Because you have to know what your weak spots are, where all of your money is going, so that you can tell it where to go
Yep.
next time.
And that's okay. We got relaxed in it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we are doing this no spend November.
Yeah.
So that we can get back on track, set us up real good for Christmas. Not that Christmas is about presents, because it's not. It's about Jesus and the celebration of his birth.
But there is something really great about the things that you can do around Christmas time.
Yes. Yes.
That does unfortunately require money.
Because there were seasons of life in which we didn't have a Christmas, and other families saw that and they met our need in a wonderful way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have been blessed with presents. We have been blessed with groceries. We were blessed financially, and all those things. When I look back at, I'm like, my God, he is so good.
Yeah.
He
absolutely.
is so good. And so now we are fine.
Yeah.
Now, the reawakening of us looking at our finances. Oh, snap. We've been a little bad. We've been a little lazy.
Yes. For this, and for me, it was more out of the sake of convenience. But I did not realize that convenience was costing us that much.
Right.
Because I was like, oh, our schedules are so busy. It's okay. This is just the season of life that we're in. It's like, no, nothing should be costing us $1,400 a month.
Right. So I was looking at different forums about, what's their take on marriage. Of course, you got to go to what's his name? Mr. Financial Genius. Okay. One of the things that he has said in one of his videos that I really love, he says the Bible teaches that marriage involves financial oneness and partnership. It's requiring open communication and a focus on shared goals rather than individual gain.
So good.
So, again, just like what we've always taught, what we preach, what we live, you got to be as one.
Yeah.
You got to be as one with finances. And when you figure that out, when you start sitting down and you talk about your goals, what do you want to do? Where do you want to see yourself at the end of this year? Where do you want to see yourself, in 5 years? It's amazing when you just start having that open form of communication, how much oneness that starts to create.
I love that you brought up couples having these conversations about where they want to be 5 to 10 years down the line, because I have heard, and I think this is a great idea. We haven't had the chance to implement this yet, but I would like to someday. Couples say, like, they go once a year on a weekend 3-day trip, just the husband and the wife, to talk about finances and their goals for the upcoming year or the year, but they make it like a hot and steamy getaway.
Right.
To talk about finances. I think that's a good way to, like, spice it up, so to speak. Because, I mean, if you're going to be like, oh, we got to have our quarterly budget meeting, it's like, oh, that's not exciting. But if you make it like a couple's getaway, it's like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, you look forward to that part.
Yeah. So couple of things, when we talk about being as one, okay? When it comes to finances, okay? Again, topic of tonight, right? Finances are considered to be what we refer to as a shared asset, okay?
Mm.
Keeping secrets, maintaining separate accounts can actually undermine the
Mm-hmm.
unity
It's good.
that God says that we are to have. And we pull from that in Genesis
Yeah.
2, where it says, and for this reason a man will leave a man, okay, not a boy, not a clubbing, not a bar skipping or bar hopping
Mm-hmm.
young man, okay, not a man that is, being sharing his seed and running for ladies everywhere. No, it says a man will leave his father and mother and goes and finds a wife where they will become one flesh. Okay, as one, as one.
Right.
That's the infamous verse that we always
That's
pull
the key
from.
right there.
As one.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to finances, the first thing that you have to understand, is communication.
It's true.
You have to actually speak, sit down, and discuss. If you can't even have an open discussion about finances, there's a bigger problem, right?
Yeah, and I know it's hard to talk about finances because finances will tell you where your priorities are. And if your priorities are not aligned up with where you think you are or where you should be, like they don't lie. Your bank statement does not lie. Your finances does not lie.
Nope.
It will tell you straight up, these are your behaviors, these are your actions, this is where you spend your money.
Right. So that leads into the third point about finances, okay? When it comes to finances, when you're being as one, what that means is that you have to collaborate on all decisions,
Mm-hmm.
okay? It is equally shared with your thoughts. What are my thoughts? What's going on with the situation?
Mm-hmm.
What is prioritized? How do we prioritize? What are the needs? What are the wants?
Yeah.
You have to talk about it. And I'm going to let you know up front, hey, guess what? You're not always going to get your way.
Yeah.
You're
100%.
not. You're not.
100%.
There are two individual minds here that are trying to be as one.
Mm-hmm.
And what you think is important on the other side might be like, that's probably number 3, sir, not number 1.
Right.
And so that's why you have to collaborate. You have to be as one in those hard discussions about money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm going to kill that dog.
So if somebody's in a hard conversation, or say, for example, we're in a hard conversation, you and I do not see eye to eye.
Mm-hmm.
How do we make that determining factor of, okay, this is what we're going to do?
Okay, first and foremost, is it a need or is it a want?
Yeah,
Okay, that's the first step.
that's a good filter.
Okay, second, if it's a need, okay, now we prioritize. What is the greatest thing that needs a financial answer to? Okay,
Yeah, maybe like deadline.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, dates are important.
Yeah.
Okay, and then more important, why does it need to be met? Okay,
Yeah.
you might have your electric bill and it's about to get cut off, and guess what? That's a high priority.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, rather than the want saying, "Oh, it's here's a tough one." You know what I mean? There have been times where, hey, guess what? It's Grandma and Grandpa's, 40th anniversary. Everyone, the whole family's going to get together and celebrate it.
Yeah.
And Grandma and Grandpa's house is an hour and away, but you need to pay your electric bill or it's going to get cut off.
Right.
So, and there's no money once you pay for that. So guess what? The priority is you pay your electric bill. The sacrifice is
Mm-hmm.
we don't go to Grandma and Grandpa's 40th wedding anniversary
Mm-hmm.
because our family needs our electricity.
Right.
And sometimes you're going to have to make hard decisions like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope and pray that you would reach out to one of your family members. Hey, can we ride with you or do something like that? Or, Can you float us $20 for gas only? Those are options you can do, yes. But I'm just kind of like, if you want to draw the line as far as an example, yes, that's what I would do. I would withhold us going to a celebration, even though it's near and dear to our hearts, and we love grandmas and grandpas throughout the world, but we have to take care of our family first. So,
Yeah.
Did I answer that for you?
Yeah, and I want to add to that too. Like, I think another determining factor for us, because we are a godly couple, is what does God want to do with this money?
Mm-hmm.
We've been strategic in that area where we have come into a little bit, and God spoke to us, and He was like, "I want you to be generous here, here, and here, and this is how I want you to do it." And you and I were both on the same page, because we trust that both you and I hear from God. Yeah. So,
and for the record, there is a difference between giving and tithing.
Yeah.
Tithing goes to the church.
Right.
Tithing is something that you do before anything. And, for me, take, for instance, as soon as we have direct deposits, so as soon as it hits the bank, the very next morning, because it'll hit the bank like at midnight or, at 12:01 in the morning, because that's the new day. But as soon as I wake up, I love technology. I get up, look at, see what's there. And then I go into the app for our church and I tithe, period. Before I do anything else, before I go and grab a snack, before I go and eat breakfast, I give thanks. I give thanks for the 90. I give thanks for the provision. I give thanks that I have an opportunity to go and work for God's kingdom. I give thanks for God has never allowed my family to be without anything. There was no lack of anything. Yeah. We've always had the bills paid. We've always had food on the table. We've always had a roof over our heads. We've always had gas, in the cars to go and work. So I give thanks. And then on the backside, I ask God that He, would give wisdom to the leaders over the tithe, and may they, use it strategically to help those in need, to pay the bills for the church, and any other projects that need to be done. That this is what I do. I'm not saying you have to, but the basic thing is you tithe.
Yeah.
Okay. And then above that, we have felt that push to give, to support, to meet a need. And yes, that is giving. What were you going to say?
Yeah, I was just going to say, from a biblical perspective, tithing, whenever Jesus, it was a baseline understanding in the Jewish culture that they were supposed to tithe and give the 10%. So all I'm trying to say is tithing is the baseline. Giving is going above and beyond.
Right.
The baseline tithing, if that makes sense. And just from a spiritual perspective, if you find yourself in a financial bind or a financial tightness in your life, give your way out. That's how the kingdom operates, is by opposites. And so it's like we have done that in the past, where God is like, all right, you guys are kind of in a tight season right now, and we're going to give our way out, and we're going to give here, we're going to give there, we're going to give as He leads, but we're going to give. And we have seen Him supernaturally provide for us
I'm glad you brought this up, because when I look back at when we give, it has been more times than not that we're in a tight season and He tells us to give, rather than it's an abundant season and He goes, go ahead and give. It's always been in a tighter season. And
that's why I was just reading in the Word earlier, the widow who gave her mite, and the mite was is worth less than 1 penny. And that was everything she had to live off of. And Jesus points her out, and he's like, because all these Pharisees and all these rich people were coming in and giving out of their wealth and their abundance. And he's like, no, this woman is pointed out because she gave out of her
Right.
lack,
Right.
out of what she did not have. And so she will be celebrated.
So the last thing I want to bring up when it comes to finances, and this is strategically nothing more than statistics here in the
Mhm.
U.S., okay? Finances is the number 3 reason why people get a divorce,
Wow. I knew it was up there.
okay?
Mhm.
Number 3. So I want to bring this up. So how do you never get in that strain when it comes to finances?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Well, how do you, one, obviously being as one, okay?
Yeah.
So I want to bring like 3 little tips up here. Number 1 is that you avoid debt, okay?
Yeah.
And if you're like, oh, what do you mean by that? It's like, okay, go look up the book of Proverbs, 22,
Mm-hmm.
where it says, do not be a slave to the lender, right?
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean you can never take out a loan? No, that's not what I'm saying, okay? We need to be smart. We use our brain on the side of heaven, okay? But you don't want to drown yourself to where you are, which is my second point, is live within your means,
Right.
okay? Hey, guess what? It's probably not a good idea to buy that car at a $450 a month payment at 16% interest.
Right.
Not a good idea. So if you do make that choice, hey, guess what? You might be straining yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Second, did you ask your significant other, hey, are you in agreement with this? Do you have peace about it? So
Right.
never allow your finances to be trumped by loans on top of interest that is acquired. It just kills you. It really does.
Right.
So, and in 2, live beneath your means. Okay. It's so crucial that you take an account of what you bring in, and then you know how to set, okay, this is how much we can do for a house payment. This is how much we can do if we're going to rent,
Yeah. So what I hear you saying is talk about it ahead of time
Yes.
so that you're not in a bind whenever push comes to shove.
Right.
Right.
So, and then the last one is embrace contentment. Okay. The
Mm.
Bible always encourages contentment with what you have and warns against the love of money. Okay.
That's so good.
It always warns us. And that's what I love about God's word, because
Mhm.
not only does it guide us, not only does it gives us wisdom, but it also corrects us. And then lastly, the Bible always forewarns us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
God should always be at the forefront of everything.
Right.
That's even in your marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I confess with such joy in my heart, you're my number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. God is my number 1.
Right.
You are, God is my source for joy, for
Mhm.
happiness. You are a resource for joy and happiness in my life.
Right.
You're a resource for my peace, but you are not the source.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so when you have that proper perspective, that means you're aligning God correctly in your relationship.
Right.
And that includes finances. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think contentment in where you're at financially is so rare, especially in America,
Mm-hmm.
because we're just we live in a capitalist society.
Yep.
Maybe not God bless capitalism, but I'm grateful.
Yes.
That
We're blessed to be in this country we're in.
If you have grit and you have a want and you have a drive, you can be whatever you want to be, and you can smash those, income levels. So I'm grateful. And then just contentment is so countercultural, but it's something to be attained for and to strive for.
Right.
Especially in our American culture. So
Yeah. It's a slippery slope when you can get down that selfish hole.
yeah. It's like I want.
Yeah. And then that lust for those things
Yes.
becomes
That's
the
what it
center of
is.
your attention. And before
The
you,
pride of life. Yeah.
and before you know it, you're out of alignment with God.
Yeah.
And then you're wondering why you're not being blessed in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a slippery slope. You can go down the rabbit hole real quick, when you don't have God at the center of it. So we encourage you, when you're in a marriage, put God at the center. Understand that in finances, you need to be as one. There are no secrets. Everything should be transparent.
Mm-hmm.
You should have all passwords. You should have all logins with each other so you can always keep each other accountable.
Yeah.
If you're dating, hey, guess what? You should talk about finances.
Yeah. So
What did
good.
that look like in your family? What did it look like in mine?
Yes.
Let me testify to that. When you get into that portion of engagement, hey, guess what? Now you can have a secondary conversation.
Show me your
Okay.
bank statement, buddy.
What does this look like? What's your credit score?
Yeah.
How have you been doing? How much money have you saved up?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a spender? Are you a saver?
Yeah.
Let's be transparent so that we understand what we're walking into, so we're not blindsided, like I did you. I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm a spender.
It's okay. I was grateful because I could rearrange some things, and I was like, okay, this is how much we can spend on groceries.
Yeah.
So
Because before I was
it
just,
helped.
you were just like, we need groceries. And I'd be like, all right, here you go.
Yeah. It was like whatever we had left over. And I'm like, Jesus, help me. I mean, I look back in that time frame and I'm like, that it must have been God, the mercy of God, because
Ramen noodles was yummy.
yeah,
Peanut butter
hamburger
and jelly.
helper.
Yeah. Ugh, don't even say that.
You're like, ugh.
Yeah, to this day, I can't eat it. That hamburger, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I even see the word with that little white hand with the smiley face on it. And it's like beef stroganoff. I'm like, bleh, no, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, well, that's all I have when it comes to finances. I'm sure we can go into deeper details.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys ever have questions, feel free to email us. If you have any questions, if you want us to hear or to talk about a certain topic that that we have not hit, by all means, you can go to clpodcast@outlook.com. Hit us up. And we'd love to consider one of your topics that we have not yet had conversation about. We're always open to that. So, you got anything else?
I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm good too. So, well, until the next time, we love you. God loves you. You guys have a wonderful time. And, well, I guess that's it, right?
Bye.
There's the intro music. There it is. All right. Stay godly, people. Have a good one.
Leading families to see God's truth in everyday life, life, life.